Hello, I'm Rameesha Azeem. I am a curator and an artist based in Lahore. I just recently organized an art exhibition at a shoe factory called the Factory Project 1. An art exhibition that showed variety of works that were displayed at the site of research, and secondly, the project has second layer that has a publication coming out, and then there's a documentary. I'll brief you one by one. So the factory project started in October 2020, where I invited 20 artists to come at the factory. And that's a shoe factory, Chawla Footwear, in Sundar Industrial Estate. All these artists were invited to come and engage with the site, the mediums, the resources that were present in the factory. The shoe factory has variety of mediums and research possibilities. There are thousands of people working over there. There are thousands of materials that are being explored, from chemical plant to the whole stitching department to the manufacturing of a complete shoe. The factory has many technical resources as well. The technical resources include mechanical plant, a mechanical engineer, an electrical engineer, a chemical engineer. The factory was introduced to the artist in all and every capacity. So the artists could engage with all the experts over there, all the materials over there that starts from PU, metal, PU scrap, EVA, rubber, and cloth, and any and everything that was there to be on site. It's been more than a year since the artists have been engaged at the factory, interacting with the mediums, interacting with the site, interacting with the architecture of the space, interacting with everything that's there, and really thinking about research possibilities of what they want, what their place is at the factory, and how will they perform, and what is the outcome. The project came to being because I, as a curator and an organizer, felt that there's a need for the artists and creative people and the industry to come together to make and build something new that is, again, thought-provoking and beneficial towards our art world and the society. In my opinion, all the developed countries worldwide, they have everywhere around the world creative practitioners and industrialists and economists and designers, all of these assets, all of these intelligent people come together to make up a society. That's what I'm trying to achieve over here, for all of us to come together and really work towards a developmental stage of Lahore, Pakistan, and industries in Lahore and Pakistan, they are able to generate business. They are able to run the market. But how do creative people engage ideas in this city? So that's where I allowed all the artists to come and really think beyond, think bold, have a bold brush stroke that would really transform their ideas, their practice in general, and the whole infrastructure of the factory. It was a challenging project to conceive. It was a challenging project to allow these creative people to come and think about how I was conceiving it, what my vision was. And gladly, I was able to do it. It took almost 1.5 years to really push and bring these people to interact with one another, to interact with the labor person who was working in the factory, to interact with all the expert people that were working in the factory. So I, as a curator, had a managerial team that consists of architects, that consists of designers, that consists of filmmakers. So all in all, I created an environment where all the creative people came together to converse. Ideas were shared, ideas were talked about, there were debates that were generated throughout the year. So for a year, the research continued. Not only that, I realized that artists are there to think in a visual form, in a visual format, where they're engaging and then bringing out a visual format of what they have done throughout what their experience is. whether it's with scale, whether it's with interaction with people from the factory, whether it's coming out in a form of a film, whether it's coming out in a form of a sound, anything and everything that was present over there. There are 10 writers engaged in this project with 20 artists. Each writer is engaged with 1 or 2 writers. They were closely and intimately acknowledging and understanding the process of the artist. So there's a visual form, there's a visual language that is coming out of this exhibition, and then there's a literary language that's coming out of this exhibition. So what's happening over here is writers are using the technique of ekphrasis to understand what artists are doing and to come up with the literary prose, poetry, anything that they want to come up with for the book that's coming out of this exhibition. And third stage of this exhibition, or the project, I might say, is the documentary film that's coming out of it. So Musalsal International is an organization in Karachi who are collaborating with us on the documentary film that's coming out of it. Why do we need a documentary film to come out of it? And what is the difference between the documentary film and a simple documentation of the work that's been produced? To document something is to document what has happened, to generate a memory of something. I'm doing that and beyond. I am documenting the whole exhibition. Not only that, I'm making a film that's going to be infographic. The film that will reveal the process, the 1 year long process that artists were engaged into, the 1 year long challenges the artists were engaged into, how they sketched, how their mind works, how my mind worked as a curator. What were we trying to do? What were we trying to achieve? Because the whole project was very fluid and we were led by the fluidity of the project. So the documentary film is, in all actuality, is an educational academic film. The documentary film will be screened all around Pakistan. It is the intention of to produce the film is to generate debate. When you will be watching the film, the questions that are going to come out from the film, the statements that are going to come out from the film, the questions that will make the students think more, the academics think more. It's not about how the show went. It's about what were the challenges that we faced and what is the future of what we did. For the first time in Pakistan, the artists and writers and filmmakers have worked closely with an industry. The impact of artists to work in an industry to produce something new, to produce a debate, to bridge the gap between the art students, the creative people, and the industrialists who actually own the economic circle. How do these people come together and transform the country? That's what I'm looking for. That's what I am pushing towards. And I want these kind of projects to go on in future. I want more industries to open their doors for creative people to come. I want government and all the social bodies of our country to bring in creative people to transform the face of our country, just like any other country in the world which is developed and economically stable.